Hey y'all, it's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for this full moon in Aries. That is happening on October 20th, earlier in the day. So be sure to set all of your crystals or your full moon water, or whatever rituals you do. This is happening earlier in the day, so just know that. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising. There's still hella messages to be had for the Libra season videos, so be sure to check those out. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything for daily tarot readings. Check out my Instagram, justj_everything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. So when I was leaning into, and as you all know, I am a Western and Vedic Aries, 25 degrees Aries, so sun in Aries. So this one's gonna hit me a little harder than maybe everyone else, but either way, I'm glad that you're here and getting this message from me and getting it through this very Aryan lens, because when I leaned into this message or this energy, the message that I got was let it burn. Purification by fire. That full moon in Pisces that we had was the closing out of a lunar cycle, was the closing out of a lunar cycle, and this full moon in Aquarius is the ushering in the brand new, the beginning of a new emotional and lunar cycle for us all. And with it being, of course, in Aries, it's about to be very, very me oriented. New emotional cycle, but beware of being childish. Beware of reacting childishly. Beware of being naive. You could be encountering that in other people as well. Just a little bit of immaturity, but also like fun lightheartedness. And that could be something that you're really needing access to. And so anytime that an Aries comes into your life, or someone with heavy Aries energy, it's always to remind you of who you are, to like spark a flame, to initiate that new flame within you. And so there is something about do it for you. Do it for yourself. What do you want? It's time to really start asking yourself, what do you want? Not what would be accommodating to everybody else. What does the collective need from me? What do you want, babe? And how can you set your life up in such a way where you can do what you want to do when you want to do it on a regular basis? I know a lot of mothers struggle with this, but I need to reiterate something, that you are a living, walking, breathing example for your child, regardless of what they are, what gender you have chosen to assign to them. There is a need for you to understand that the way that you treat yourself is teaching everybody else around you how to treat you. But specifically, if you are a mother, how you treat yourself is instilling how your children are going to think about how they treat themselves. So you being like, oh, I need to put everybody else first. I need to do all of this. I need to do that. It's like selfish for me to have me time. Like, you're just teaching your children to self-sacrifice. You're teaching your children to put themselves on the back burner. You're teaching them that being overly considerate is praised in some way when you end up just feeling like, oh my God, I just did a million thankless jobs. Don't confuse yourself thinking that you're doing your children a disservice by way of not allowing yourself any alone time. You showing up and like prioritizing your mental health, prioritizing your physical health, prioritizing setting a really solid foundation for yourself independently is going to teach your children that that's really something that's healthy for them to do for themselves as well. So you going on having a spa day and leaving the kids with their mommy, daddy, or spouse, or babysitter, or whatever, whoever it is, it's just like you doing that is only going to create healthy habits for everyone involved. So I don't know where that came from, but okay. Either way, getting your physical body in motion will help with emotion. Getting your physical body in motion will help with emotional issues. If you are struggling with any kind of frustration or anger or betrayal or mental health issues, you need to get a physical activity. You need to get your physical body in motion. Doing something physical with your body is going to help you detach from your thought process, like from the overthinking process, and it's going to help you break through any kind of illusions that may be present. But I also feel like this full moon is going to be helping you to mind your business, helping you to focus. You're going to be definitely feeling more upbeat, feeling more energetic. And I do feel like it's important that your intentions for this full moon are related to releasing outdated beliefs and behaviors related to your self-confidence and your self-worth and and your self-awareness. Like really, like who are you not anymore? Who aren't you any longer? Who are you now? And like, what are we not doing anymore? It's time to really like address that, because you can't really move forward or have real progress until you really assess where you are. And so it's really important that there is this brutal self-awareness that I feel like is coming in. There are going to be like releasing or healing issues in regards to your identity wounds also. Chiron is there. But this is happening at 27 degrees, which is a very special number for me. That is my favorite. As I said that, I saw 7 minutes and 20 seconds, so it was 72. The synchronicity. 27 is a very special number for me. Anybody that knows me knows that that number like follows me. It's like something I see everywhere. But this is happening at 27 degrees. Aries is happening earlier in the day. For Pacific time, it is happening at 8:33 a.m. Mountain time, 9:33 a.m. Eastern, 11:33 a.m. Europe is going to be at 5:33 p.m. So, of course, look according to your time zone wherever you are. But this is going to be a pretty early one. So you may, depending on your schedule, just want to like do your rituals earlier in the day. And yes, that requires work. Everything requires. I just heard somebody be like, ew, I don't want to get up and like, I have to get up early to get my full moon water. It's like, yes, this requires work. What requires work? Being who you are requires work. Standing up for what you believe in requires maintenance. Just like owning a car, there's maintenance that you have to do. Your body is a vehicle. There's maintenance needed on the vehicle. That just dropped in. And so, I'm going to read the handy dandy inside degrees. This is I haven't read this. I'm so excited. My favorite number, 27 degrees, Aries. Y'all light it if you got it. Hydrate. Kick it with your girl. If you ever want to, I know I process this as I'm reading, so I know sometimes y'all are like, huh? And I stutter. So you can just type inside degrees into your search engine and it will come up. He has his own website and you can search it by degree and get this all for yourself. So 27 degrees Aries. Elias Lonsdale describes the 27th degree of Aries as a fun house. The playground of the world is both wide open and oddly synchronistic. Anybody can go anywhere and do anything. But sometimes you come up against yourself no matter where you look, and you meet your shadows and delusions coming back at you in every form you are desperate to deny. Woo! I'm going to read that again. Sometimes you come up against yourself. Sometimes you come up against yourself no matter where you look, and you meet your shadows and delusions coming back at you in every form you are desperate to deny. A frenzy pursues stimulus, entertainment, distraction, and diversion, and the world arena turns into a hysterical proposition of thematic echoes, making the whole journey too obvious, too direct, too brutal. Wow, I said that word. The only postponement tactic left is to devise a whole world of self-justification and self-vindication, to harbor you just long enough to let you face the ruckus feedback loop that is trying to tell you that being a personality on the loose is a great disguise and is not covering your nakedness, and never did. Whew. I'm sorry, I know that last one was rusty, that last sentence. But it's a fucking paragraph of a sentence. The only postponement tactic left is to devise a whole world's... The only postponement tactic left is to devise whole worlds of self-justification and self-vindication, to harbor you just long enough to let you face the ruckus feedback loop that is trying to tell you that being a personality on the loose is a great disguise and is not covering your nakedness, and never did. Oof. And never did. Not covering your nakedness, and never did. The thing about Aries is the baby, the first sign of the zodiac, and so there is this raw nakedness that over the years you get taught is inappropriate, or is something that needs to be hidden or covered. And so there is something about your particular brand of you, who exactly you are trying to be. Make sure that you are keeping you happy, that you are striving for the goal and the dream that is actually yours, that you're pursuing your calling. There is just something about prioritizing yourself, and you just may be really irritable. That's a thing that's coming up. You may be really sharp, really curt, maybe just extra sassy. People may be really sassy around you. The pace really picking up, like things just really moving quicker. And so there is just that need to remember, like the planets are doing that thing where they are revving your emotional engines. So the questions I wanted to dive into specifically are, what aspects of self do we need to release? What aspects of ourselves need to be released? So, wow, that's a lot. I don't know if I want to take all that. It's only 4 cards. 6 of Wands, the Moon. I feel like I'm not supposed to take this. So that fell out. That was probably another. I do feel like that message that was coming with that one is that your success. You guys haven't even, you think you know what your success looks like, but you don't. All you need to do is strive for harmony within your passion. Some of you are moving towards a mother, or moving towards stepping into more of a healing or motherly role or a nurturing role. But either way, please show us, for our greatest, highest good, What aspects of ourselves do we need to release? For this full moon in Aries, October 20th, 2021, please show us what aspects of ourselves do we need to release? The Lovers. Whoa. 9 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So what we're needing to release is maybe the old way of communicating. For some of us, this is a relationship. Some of you, like, there are relationships that, this is not just romantic relationships though, this could be friendships, but there are old ways of relating that you need to let go of. Maybe old friendships, old connections, old attachments, people that you are attached to, but you're not very connected to so much. For some of you, there is like this idea of how a romantic relationship is supposed to look like, how it's supposed to feel, how it's supposed to happen. And that's what you're releasing. There may be someone with Gemini or Virgo placements that you're releasing. I also feel like how quickly you get infatuated. There may be something about infatuation that's getting released. There may be some sort of really like intense, but maybe short-term sort of love situation that needs to be released. Any kind of treachery, any kind of idea that you need to sacrifice something. There may be something that you're being told you need to sacrifice in order to keep a relationship or in order to make something work. And you're needing to really look at your relationship to sacrifice and your relationship to how you communicate and how you prioritize love relationships. When you get in a relationship, do you just like, does everything else in your life fall to the wayside because you get in a relationship? Or have you been in this relationship so long that you're ignoring it, or that you're not nurturing it the right way? Are you ignoring your intuition? Are you ignoring the signs that you're seeing? Some of you are staying in a relationship because you are too afraid to lean on the resources around you. You're staying in a situation because you're afraid of the way that you're going to have to step up in order to get to the kind of happiness that you want. But it's more comfortable in this relationship. Don't make the universe drag you. Please don't. I want one more card for what we're supposed to release. One more card, one more message for what is to be released. I also feel like for some of you, wow. Some of you, I feel like you're trying to manifest a relationship or you're trying to be in a relationship, or you're maybe getting married or taking your relationship to the next level, and like the juice isn't there. Like the lemon been squoze, the well ran dry. And there's something about, I feel like some of you are trying to pass up on passion. It's like you want everything, or some of you are passing up on something good because, not passing up on something good, but it's just like you have something solid, but it's not something that is like invigorating or fills you or feels like truly connected. This could be like this really outdated version of love. That's Disney style, swept off my feet type of shit. Which I do feel like is possible, but I feel like some of you are passing up on I just heard on lessons. You're passing up on lessons that you're supposed to learn with people, gifts that you're supposed to receive from people, because you want love to look a certain way, because you keep being told that love needs to feel like this, needs to be like this. It needs to be this all-encompassing type of thing. And often that is the shit that is fleeting. So be careful about that. I also feel like what you're needing to release is your inability to receive. Some of you are having a hard time accepting love. You are having a hard time letting yourself be like doted on or loved on or being intimate with people. And I feel like it's time to stop ignoring the offers that are coming in. Stop ignoring your fear about how big these offers are. All right, now what aspects of ourselves do we need to be encouraging? What do we need to encourage within ourselves right now? For this full moon in Aries. Wow, I knew that Six of Wands was coming out. Public success and recognition. What you're needing to encourage is visibility, getting yourself out there. If you have a business, it's time to promote. It's time to advertise or invest in advertising. Maybe get that little Instagram boost, that little YouTube boost, or whatever it is that they offer or whatever. It's like time to invest in getting back out there and putting yourself out there. And I feel like also I want to encourage your connections, your healthy connections with people that have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements. If it's feeling toxic, step away from it. It's important that you lean into telling it like it is. I want to encourage you to pursue your passions. I want to encourage you to put whatever it is that you're creating, getting whatever is inside of you out. It needs to, I feel like your arts, your passions, your spirituality, your sexuality is needing to be encouraged. I also feel like getting your physical body in motion is encouraged. Just being active is encouraged, especially like we're going into winter time. A lot of people suffer from seasonal depression, and it is just important to stay in motion. It's also important to strive for harmony. Is there anything else that we need to encourage? It's also really important to strive for harmony in your passions, in your physical body, in your spiritual life. And you striving for that harmony is going to eventually lead you to mastery. Mastery is coming up so much in 2022. There are things that we are going to be mastering. And the things that that need to be encouraged are doing it ourselves. Pampering ourselves, treating ourselves well, striving for moderation, understanding the ebb and flow, understanding the overarching kind of principle, the bigger picture, understanding that us denying ourselves, us putting everybody else first is a disservice, and that is something that's coming to an end. There may be somebody, those of you who are pursuing people with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements, they are doing very well. They're feeling good about themselves. They're on a very successful path. But I feel like you could help them by encouraging them to slow down, by pampering them, things of that nature, being good, being sweet to them. And in turn, they will absolutely give it back to you. I also feel like if you're dealing with a Pisces, they need help getting in motion. They need help staying in motion. Give them the opportunity to talk. Give them the opportunity to flow. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, there may be stuff going on with sobriety. You may be like over drinking, too many drugs, too much partying, not enough food, like sleep deprivation. I feel like if you yourself have, like you may be experiencing a lot of success and having a really great social life and being seen and all of that stuff, but your health, I feel like, is not where it's supposed to be. Your mental health is not where it's supposed to be. And your self-satisfaction is not where it's supposed to be. There is some sort of, if you have Sagittarius placements specifically, you are needing to balance your pursuit of success with like more like healthier fun habits, it feels like. I also feel like some of you are recovering from some sort of upsetting situation and you're just like going out about it or staying in motion about it. And be like, regardless of what your placements are, it's just like everybody, if you're experiencing that, going out about it, drinking about it, gloating about it, trying to flex or whatever it is, or trying to hide your pain is not the move. There is a need for vulnerability. There is a need for removing excess, moderation, and for honoring the endings. And a lot of the endings are going to bring in some moments that feel like weakness. But don't run from those moments. Lean into those moments because you're learning a lesson about control. You're learning a lesson about emotional control, and also you processing these emotions, whatever has happened or whatever you're needing to shed or release this full moon. It's about satisfaction. It's about your physical energy levels. You're needing to, there is an evolution or a metamorphosis in the realm of your solar plexus, in the realm of like your willpower, you harnessing your willpower. And I feel like a lot of that looks like you cutting people off. You cutting off communication or like kind of going, I'll go my own way. Like that kind of motivation or that kind of motive in mind is going to put you in a position to really forge a new relationship with yourself. So I want to ask lastly, what, for your greatest and highest good, what should you be moving towards? Please show us, what should we be moving towards? In general, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, drop what doesn't. Wow, those same cards came out. The Five of Swords, the Page of Wands, Seven of Wands, Queen of Wands, Four of Wands, Judgment, Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Damn, that's a whole story. And we won't have that kind of time. We're already at 27 minutes. My lucky number, 27. Y'all, I can't make this shit up. 27. I, of course, see it on the clock. Anyway, there is a really, really healthy progression forward and a leaning on the signs, the wonders, that childlike faith. That's the thing about Aries energy. Is just like this childlike wonder and joy and stimuli. Like they don't, like nature, like their environment is stimuli enough. There's not this need for all this other for all these activities. It's just like allow yourself to be still enough and you get to be in awe of everything all the time. And what you're needing to move towards is letting go of any kind of indecision that you've been experiencing. If people have walked away, let them go. Don't be a groupie, keep it moving. What you're needing to move towards is putting yourself in any kind of mental, any kind of recovery. If your mental health needs recovery, take time. Hang out with, stop being so social. Stop considering so many people's opinions. If you are struggling with addiction and you're needing to be in recovery, understand that the people that you are hanging out with contribute to it. And so you may need a break from hanging out with the people that you've been hanging out with so that you can sort out whatever mental conflict is at hand or is at the forefront of your mind. Move towards resolving any kind of mental conflict that is like pressing. And you resolving that is going to look a lot like you having forging a new relationship with yourself. And that relationship with yourself may look like people are like, why are you so defensive? Or why aren't you hanging out with me? Or why are you acting brand new? Or you may be testy. There may be a lot of, it's like you're forging, but also I feel like some of you are forging this new relationship with yourself just in time to have the tools that you need to learn how to learn how to use the tools that you have so that you can really defend any opposition that's coming your way. There may be a lot of opposing opinions or a lot of maybe somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements that is has a lot to say or a lot of input, or there is this rising up of personal power that is going to happen once you cut away, once you create this distance for yourself. It's like, oh wow, this baby flame starts to grow and grow and grow inside you, and you don't want to go back to living the way that you used to live. You don't want to do things the way that you used to do. You don't want to be defensive. You don't want to also have to defend yourself or explain yourself the way that you have been. You want to maintain the high ground that you've gained. There may be some sort of important conversation, especially if you have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements. You're really needing to get in the defensive, like figure out what's worth defending, making sure you're choosing your battles wisely, making sure that you're maintaining the high ground that you've gained, that you're maintaining the like all that you've worked for, that you're not backsliding or going backwards in some way. Because I do feel like the more that you stand up for yourself and stand up for what you want and stand up for what's right, it puts you in a position of authority and power. And your personal power rises up to a point where it's like, you can't tell me shit. I do this. I do this every day. I do this daily, every day I do this. Crystal fighters. I do this every day. I do this daily, every day I do this. And it looks like just you being really comfortable in your skin. And you being comfortable in your skin, you being confident, is going to put you in a position where your sexual energy flows differently. Your life force starts to flow differently. Your self-confidence is on fleek. Like your self-confidence is just popping. And your social life really starts to pick up. You start to hang out with different people. You start to draw in more solid friends to commune with, to fellowship with, to have fun with. I also feel like some of you are setting up a business, like a mobile kind of business. Maybe just doing something at festivals, doing something at parties. This could be like selling at the farmer's market or something even just like that, or multi-level marketing. Be careful of multi-level marketing, I feel like, or pyramid schemes, that kind of shit. There is this self-confidence that comes in, and it comes in after this period of separation. This is the most important card, I feel like, that's out. If something, scratch a lie, find a thief. If something feels off, it is. If your spidey senses are tingling about something, if you feel like there's some sort of shady business going on, separate yourself, turn your back. See how they're going in different directions? Turn your back from it so that you don't fuck up what you've already started setting in motion. Because what you're setting in motion looks really, really happy. For some of you, this is like marriage. This is fun. This is festivals. This is parties. This is a new foundation, like happy wife, happy life, just a new living environment, happiness within your living environment, happiness within your business. Your visibility really paying off. I just feel like you're getting just more stable in your passions, more stable in your confidence also, and your ability to be warmth, getting more stable in your spirituality. And so because you get more stable, the divine gets to drop in with a new message. I just saw 3330, 3 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So there is something about co-creation or creation or collaboration. Like, what are you creating? What have you created? I feel like some of you get to a really confident, like comfortable level in whatever it is that you're creating. And so the divine gets to drop in some big realization. Please clarify judgment. It's like getting the next level. You get the codes. You get to come back with the codes. I feel like there could be also somebody with Scorpio placements coming in with a big truth, or you have a big truth to tell them, making a big decision, getting off the fence about something. Getting off the fence about something that you want to invest in. There could be somebody with Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements that has something to say. 2 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So this may be a confession of love, or a reaching out, or an offer, or an extension. You yourself may just really be feeling whole. Like you fill your own cup. You feel like there could be some sort of Like the fruit of your labor really starts to, so it really starts to show. You get to reap your harvest. There also may be some sort of getting off the fence about something that you've built with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Scorpio. Do you want to keep investing in time? Like there could be some sort of realization that's coming in about how you invest your time. All right. And so listen to whatever the divine is telling you, because the divine is going to be telling you moving forward. As long as you keep, look at all these wands. There's so much fire coming in. And this is like the last like boost of fire that we're getting for a while till Sagittarius season. And it's just like, even that's going to fly by, you know? And so this boost of fire that we're getting is really about your confidence level. And like, you got to be able to hold a flame, hold this flame for a while through the winter. Hold this flame until Sagittarius season comes around and you get lit again. So last and finally, what do we need to move away from? Please be clear and concise about what we need to move away from. 5 of Pentacles. That fucking miserable ass energy. Move away from the people who make you feel left out. There may be somebody with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements that you're needing to move away from, or that you're distancing yourself from. You yourself, if you have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements, who are you always taking care of? Who are you always lifting up? Who are you always helping out or lending something to? Or it's like, I'm stuck with stupid, or I'm stuck with broken, or I'm stuck with, you know, these people who can't do half of this stuff for themselves. And so there is just some sort of, what you're needing to move away from is financial conflict, things that drain your time, things that drain your physical energy, things and people that are making you feel like after you hang out with them, people that you have that internal like whenever you know you're getting ready to go hang out with them or spend time with them. Pay attention to that shit. Because it's draining your physical energy, and therefore it's draining your abundance, your physical. You can't make the money that you need to be making because you don't feel worthy of being like, hey, this isn't how I want to spend my time anymore. And the Queen of Wands is not afraid to say, hey, this is how what we won't be doing anymore. This is what we will not be doing anymore. And this full moon in Aries is gonna make damn sure of that. It's gonna make damn sure that what we're not doing is drawing in and attracting to us financial and energetic conflict. And what we're not doing, what we're needing to move away from are the abandonment issues that we've clung to. Staying in situations. Also, what you need to move away from is trying again and again and again with these people who always make you feel left out, or these people who they need you to do X, Y, and Z for them, or you always are taking the brunt of the storm for them, or you do all the work and you can't get them to do half of the work that you do. You can't, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's time to stay away from the people that there aren't energetic matches with. Like, it's like, the inequality. It's like this obvious inequality in our energetic contribution. If you're in a relationship or a friendship or a business partnership with someone and it's just like, it's obvious that I'm showing up and I'm doing X, Y, and Z and that you are not, that foundation is not going to work anymore. And it's not going to make sense logically anymore. And so what we're moving away from is doing things. It's like, why do I do what I do when I know what I know? We're doing better. And we're getting ourselves into a position where we're comfortable to do it ourselves. That full moon in Aries is going to make you comfortable doing it yourself, your way, for yourself. Be fucking selfish. Do us all a favor. Figure your shit out so that you're not trying to figure it out and entwine it and unravel it with everybody else. Do your work. I love you. You got this.